Okay. All right. I think we're all set. Cool. All right. Welcome in, everybody. Soul Commodore here, back at you, and we're going to be continuing working on this piece here. But yeah, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, Redria. I know how it feels. I had a very slow day at work today too, so I get that. Thankfully, I work from home, so I didn't have to, commute. I was already home, which is a blessing, very much a blessing. But yeah, no, glad you're home, glad you're well, and yeah, we're gonna get back to this. We should, barring any unforeseen circumstances, we should be able to finish this painting today. Yeah, I don't really see any particular reason why we wouldn't be able to. But who knows? I may end up wanting to change some stuff, and that might require maybe another session or so. But let's get to it. Hey, welcome in, Elle. How are you? How are you? I'm just getting everybody nice and cozy. There we go. There. So yeah, the last time we were together, we were working on this figure. Just got out of the shower, so less smelly. Well, that's good. That's good. Glad to hear it. Okay, so peel all that off, and let's see, what are we going to do? We're going to go back to what we were doing last time, in which I was just using the tube to paint from. Yo, good morning, Trip. How are you? How are you? 6 a.m. here. May fall back asleep, but I'll watch until I do. Hey, that's all right. We accept people sleeping through my streams. That is more than welcome. I mean, there have been a number of streams that I've fallen asleep to, because they're relaxing or I'm just tired. And as much as I like it when people come in and watch these streams, I also really like it when people get some sleep. So, well, welcome in, Trip. I hope you're doing well. Yes, this has been a good day. Today has been a day of final preparations. Well, not final preparations. Basically, it's my girlfriend's birthday tomorrow, and there's a whole bunch of shipping stuff that I've been tracking, and basically everything I had set it up was supposed to come today, but there have been a whole bunch of delays. So she's gonna get some stuff tomorrow on her actual birthday, and then she's gonna get some through the week on different days. It's gonna be kind of like Hanukkah. But well, I'm glad you're doing well, Chitanda. Welcome in. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Yes, thank you, Elle. Yep, she's well, she thinks she's getting old, but she's younger than I am, so she's not getting old. I'm the one who's old. But yeah. Unfortunately, we both this year have our birthdays in the middle of the week. Well, not in the middle of the week. Tuesday's not the middle of the week, but you know what I mean. They're not on a weekend, so we both have to work. Both have to work. This thing's getting stuck. There we go. So we're gonna do once again. Yeah, thanks, Chitanda. This is gonna be another one of those things where. I'm working straight from the tube. Instead of putting the paint on the palette, you can also just work straight from the tube. So that's what we're going to do. Is that a flying man I see in your art? Well, the figure might be flying, they might be falling, They might be levitating. But you're all about to see that it's not going to be great. What's happening to the figure? They're in for a bad time. They're like Sands says, they're gonna have a bad time. And you'll see what I mean shortly, but first I need to grab an eraser. Did I get her a cake or a celebration food of choice? So what's happening is my girlfriend and I, obviously our birthdays are close. And we have a whole bunch of friends whose birthdays are in March. So what we're doing is we're having like a big get-together this weekend with the 8 of us all together. And we're kind of celebrating everybody's birthdays. Like there's some birthdays that are later on in the year. But we're still going to celebrate everybody's birthdays. Just celebrating getting together because, we haven't been able to see each other for a while, like all together. So we're going to get an ice cream cake for that because everybody likes ice cream cake. My girlfriend isn't a huge fan of like cake, which is why for my birthday she got a cookie cake because I also love cookie cakes, but I also love cake. I love dessert. I love dessert, which is a big reason why I'm currently trying to go hard in the gym, because I've been eating a few too many desserts. Oh, I've been missing some people here. What are they saying? Ah, yeah. Actually, looks kind of like a guy crossing the finish line in a marathon. Ah, true. Oh, she's having a birthday? Happy womb escape day to your girlfriend and friends. Thanks, Trip. Yeah, my girlfriend's birthday is tomorrow. More laps is more cake. Exactly. My favorite cake, actually, and it's because I think it's tasty, first of all, but also because it's the cake that my mom always made for us on our respective birthdays. My favorite cake is the Betty Crocker like cake mix, and it's a cherry chip with vanilla icing. That's my favorite cake. It's my absolute favorite cake. But I do really enjoy ice cream cake. So it'll be fun. And I think we're actually going to go all out and get a blizzard cake, like a cookie dough blizzard cake. So it's going to be an extra spicy time. Just cake while you work out. Well, I don't want to throw up. I don't want to throw up while I'm working out. Fun fact. I don't know if it's a fun fact, and I don't know if it's too much information, but yours truly, I should have done this for my birthday stream as one of the facts. Yours truly has not thrown up since he was 12 years old. There's been a couple of times in my adult life that I've been nauseous, but even those have been few and far between. But I have not thrown up since I was 12 years old. And the only reason I threw up then was because my younger brother threw up on me because he was sick. And I have a pretty strong stomach. So it wasn't the grossness of that happening. I think I probably had what he had, and then in that moment I just decided to throw it up. Memories are the best spice of life. Exactly. Yeah, good memories primarily, but even some bad memories, are guiding posts for how you should direct your life in the future, right? At least that's how I treat bad memories. It's the truth, Trip. It's the truth. Don't brag about that. My roommate did that and then threw up all over his car. Oh, I don't brag about it. It's just a fun fact about me. I just haven't thrown up since I was a kid. There have been times where I've come close, but it didn't actually happen. So I'm a keep hoping that luck is on my side. All right, what am I looking for? I'm looking for my Pose Maniacs. But There it is. The actual model, like 3D model that I'm using for. So, in case all of y'all are interested in art and you don't actually have like access to any sort of like live model, there's a website called Pose Maniacs where it's a great. I think it's a great resource for a fantastic resource for like people. Let me show you what I mean without knocking everything down. So this is the pose that I'm using for the woman, or the figure, I should say. So I'll bring that in somewhat. And it's basically just a 3D model of a... It's not actually silhouetted. You can actually see all the musculature and all that. It's just a little bit too bright for my camera to pick up on. But basically you can like move this pose all around too. You know, you can drag it around to pose it however you like, whatever angle you prefer. So it's a very, very handy tool if you are either out of practice with anatomy or you don't have access to any sort of live models or anything like that. It's a very, very handy resource that I quite enjoy. Yeah, Pose Maniacs is great for gesture practice too. That's right, El. I just completed my Gojo, Link, and Marin Zelda artwork the other day. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. How'd it turn out? Feel free to post it in the chat if you want to. I encourage anybody to share their art in the chat. Yeah, Trip, it's really cool. It's really cool. Yeah, I don't like the wooden like mannequin type things. Like I don't like them. Someday you'll work on anatomy. Yeah, I should have worked harder on anatomy when I was in school, to be honest. Until then, let's keep drawing Pokemon and piranha plants. Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, we should really just focus on drawing and painting what we like. You know? And if that's what you're digging at the moment... Oh, you can't because there's no link to it. Well, that's fair enough. But yeah, I'm glad that you enjoy how it turned out. That's really cool. What was the medium again, if you don't mind me asking? I should remember these things, but if Soul made a Discord, though, maybe I could. I'm in so many Discords, but I never go on Discord. I probably should. Maybe one day I'll make a Discord. But yeah, I should probably make a Discord someday. Someday. Okay, how do I want to treat this arm? It was the two characters from the anime My Dress Up Darling dressed as Link and Zelda. Yeah, yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I knew the content. What did you make it out of? Like, what was it digital? Was it? Because I know you had mentioned it, but unfortunately, I don't remember exactly what it was. So my apologies. But that is amazing. It is amazing. Okay. So digital. Nice. Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool. I love it when people like explore their artistic ideas. Because it's very easy to keep that kind of stuff under wraps because you worry that it's not good enough or that people aren't going to like it. Like it's difficult to like put it out there. And like not even put it out there for people to see, but like just for yourself to like see it and for yourself to do it, you know. It's very, very difficult. So when people end up doing so, like I'm really happy for them. I feel like I should raise that arm a bit, actually. Like, it won't look all that unnatural if I raise it up. Prepare yourselves for a lot of erasing this time around. Yeah. I like the shape of the arm. The hand needs some work, but whatever. Now I'm working on my next art project, which is pure anime themed. It's the characters Shido and Kurumi from Data Live, dressed up as Shiro and Rin from the Fate anime, the series anime. Nice. Nice. Very nice. I like that. I haven't seen those shows myself, but that sounds really cool. Real life needs Control Z. Agreed. Okay, we're taking a risk here because this may end up looking stupid, and then I gotta do the harder thing, which is painting over that with white in multiple layers to try and get rid of it. But we'll see. We'll see. You might do some digital art stuff and lurk. Nice, nice, nice. Well, I appreciate the lurk, Redger. Hope you have a nice chill time creating, and I appreciate you lurking. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Yeah, and if you end up liking what it is that you're making and feel compelled to share it, feel free to come back and share with us what you're doing. I want to see everyone's stuff. I love seeing creatives be creative. Yeah, me too. Me too. You just make art for fun. Really though, Chitanda, that's the best reason to make art. In my opinion. Like obviously there's nothing wrong with having loftier aspirations with your art, but I know some people who found a niche and did it simply because it was commercial, and they were successful with it, and that's wonderful, you know, because it's very hard to make money from your art. But they didn't particularly enjoy creation. They didn't enjoy creating. They just saw it as a means to an end. Which, hey, you know, fair enough. You know, you do what you got to do, right? But it is nice when you still enjoy what it is that you create. The one thing that I've seen like some art people say, and it makes me shake my head every single time, is some people that I went to school with, that I've like, you know, kept up with like on social media and stuff, like a lot of them have been able to like carve out niches for themselves and create and actually been able to like sell some stuff. But I went to art school with a few like of the stereotypical art folks who feel like if you make any sort of art, any sort of money from your art, you're a sellout. And it's like, no, a sellout is somebody who compromises their principles in order to make a dollar, you know. Just simply selling your art does not make you a sellout, you know. But there are some people out there with that mindset, and I've never been able to understand it. Yeah, it is. I agree with Trip, Chitanda. It's great that you found art again. Yeah. 2022 is the year of art. Yeah. Yeah. Started rediscovering art in late 2021 and glad to keep it going. Good. Good. Definitely much more of a digital artist than that mainly just focuses on character art rather than background art. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Your traditional art is pencil and paper cartoons and comics, or Sharpie art. Mm-hmm. Yep. And all of that is legitimate. Art is art. That's right, Trip. Art is art. Which again, I'll say it again. My whole deal with this channel and the whole way I conduct myself with art is like I want to make art more accessible, like the fine arts specifically, because that's kind of like where I'm at. But I want to make them much more accessible than they are. Because like I said, there are people that I know that feel intimidated walking into a gallery because they're like, I don't feel like I belong here, you know? Like everybody here is much more knowledgeable and they feel like they've got like PhDs and stuff like that, and it's like, nah, you don't need a PhD to know what it is about art that you like, you know? You really don't. All you need to know is, hey, I like that, I don't like that. And even if you can't articulate why, it is enough just to say that that you do. And that's good enough. Gonna have to do some light on there to make that hand make sense, but that's okay. Art should be free. Yes, when rent and food is free, I'll think about it. Yeah. I can see the fine art of Link fighting naked is something that you're promoting. Link Lonk the Twink Twonk has an artistic body. Yeah, there are a lot of gatekeepers. It's ridiculous. Art for me is the emotion that you get when you see something. That's my experience. Yeah, yeah. Which is why I always said that the biggest death knell for me as an artist would be if someone like looked at my stuff and was like, eh. Not a death knell, but it's like that's the most disappointing reaction to my art. If someone says like, oh, I don't really feel anything from it, right? Which is fair and valid. I'm sure there are people who feel that way when they look at my stuff. But I would much rather, just on a personal level, I would much rather someone hate something I did, like, because it makes them feel angsty, or it makes them feel like it just doesn't make them feel good. I would much rather that than someone be like, I mean, nah. I was my own worst gatekeeper and critic for a while. It kind of stopped me from making art for years at a time. Yeah. You want to see me make some digital art? Well, hey, I'll throw some of my digital art in the chat. There you go. Yeah, I'm not that good at digital art. I can do like small stuff every once and again, but exactly, Trip. We are our worst critics. Actually, I have a tablet. I don't find it annoying, but it is you kind of have to like wrap your head around the whole fact that it doesn't act exactly like a piece of paper does, right? Even though you would think like you're holding a pen, basically. Like, why doesn't this react the way I want it to? And it's just, what it is that I don't work on it enough to like get comfortable with it. Which really, that's what the problem is, and I should, But one of these days. Right now, we're just going to cover up this hand because I don't like how it turned out particularly. So we're just going to cover it up and then paint over it again. We'll try a second attempt. Some people don't understand the art either. Like, some people didn't know Gojo and Marin they didn't fully get the picture. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, you got to go? Hey, no problem. No problem. I hope everything turns out all right. Yeah, I hope everything turns out well, and hopefully we'll see you next time. But yeah, I hope you take it easy. Is there a mod in chat? It's just me. But let me do that. There we go. Please, an upstanding man like myself buying followers. I don't have that much money. Time to kill Zor's a bot. So we're just going to dab this paint on bit by bit until the remnants of this hand go away. I was watching a speed run of all things once, and the chat, it was a very interesting conversation, but basically someone, I forget whether it was the speedrunner or the chat, that brought up the idea of what is art, right? And there was a whole host of opinions, but there were a lot of people Trip over here trying to get quotes. I'm not going to say there was a general consensus, but there was a sizable portion of the chat who felt that anything outside the purview of like visual media, particularly like drawn or painted or like animated visual media, wasn't art. There were people in there that were like, well, music's not art. People saying that video games aren't art. People saying that books. Actually, I think the host said that he didn't find that writing wasn't art. Wasn't a type of art. And it was just, that was kind of baffling to me. Because it's like, I mean, you're welcome to have that opinion, of course. I just don't agree with it. Sorry, I'm just looking at my hand for some perspective stuff. Don't mind me. Art is using something to express something. The process of expression is art for you personally. Yeah, that's more where I come down to. Like in my mind, there's no doubt that music is art, and writing and video games and all of that is art. See, we spend so much time trying to like keep people out of the community that it's like you don't really want to be in it anymore. You know, it's just a very strange phenomenon. Okay, that works, I think. So now we just gotta wait for that to dry. And while we're waiting for that to dry, I'm just going to check out some other, not poses on here, but just some other stuff. Oh yeah, Redria, we're buying all the followers. Don't you know? Did you not get your payment? If you didn't, I got to talk to my bank. If I shape a ball of mashed potatoes into something, I've created art. It's called Holy Potatoes. Trip, you should do that, and then enter it into a gallery. Oh, please, oh wise bot, sell me internet clout. Exactly. Ah. Yo, Bill, how's it going? How's it going? Hope you're well. Hope you and Crystal are doing well. What is... Oh. Okay. I must have touched yellow paint or something. There's just something yellowish on my hand, but I don't remember touching anything yellow, but I must have just accidentally like brushed up against this paint. Oh, I'm good. Just hanging out, making some stuff, you know, acting a fool as usual. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoy it. Hey, Calico, welcome in. Thank you for the fine, kind words. I appreciate that. Ooh, Trippin' here dropping the salutations. You don't much hear salutations anymore. Which is unfortunate, because it's a cool word. Better to act the fool than actually be a fool. Well, I might also be a fool, you know. I might low-key be an idiot. But, don't tell anybody. Have you tried illegal drugs? I need some of this black paint. Okay, I like how that hand turned out, so I'm gonna leave it. Calico coming in with the other side. Have you also tried legal drugs? That is a fair counterpoint. We're all fools for something or someone. The trick is to know your own foolishness. You know what? That's true, Bill. I don't know if anybody else in here listens to the Behind the Bastards podcast, but I was talking about this with my girlfriend the other day because we were watching Bad Vegan. And the host, Robert Evans, who's a journalist and a writer and wrote for Crack.com, reported on many conflicts, including the civil war in Ukraine years and years ago. Not the current war, but the civil war years and years ago. Anyway, he talks about vice, and he talks about addiction, and he talks about cons, and he said that, like, and I believe this to be true, everybody has that one addiction where, like, if you do that thing, like, it'll just fit in your brain, like, it'll just hit your brain in such a way that it will ruin your life, right? We all have that one thing. Some of us are lucky enough that we never discover it, you know, some of us aren't. And in that same way with cons, like, we're all susceptible to a type of con. It just depends on, like, what kind of con would hit you. Like, the kind of con that dude was running in Bad Vegan, like, I wouldn't fall for that in a million years. But there's something, I'm sure, that I would fall for, you know, as vigilant as I try to be, you know. Trying something new, plus this stream is fancy with the reverse baseball cap. That's totally what Dali was wearing. Yes, Salvador Dali was well known for his backwards baseball caps. Don't you know? Ooh, yeah, I don't think I could pull off that stash, El. I don't think I could. That's all true. Also, Behind the Bastards is really good. I need to catch up on it. Yeah. I go through periods with Behind the Bastards where I'll listen to it a lot for like 3 months, and then it's like, you know what? I need a break. I need a break from all these terrible people that Robert Evans and company will talk about. But it's good. It's a good refresher. It keeps you humble, you know. I was just listening last night to the episodes on Kaiser Wilhelm. For those of you who don't know, Behind the Bastards touts itself as it's a podcast in which they discuss the worst people in all of history. So they were talking about Kaiser Wilhelm for 2 episodes, and it's usually Robert Evans and a comedian of some kind, you know. So it's pretty good. There's plenty of mirth, but there's also a lot of, like, you know, like, truth stuff that's yeah, that's how I am with most podcasts, honestly. That's fair. There's like a couple where, like, I listen to every single new episode that drops, like Criminal. I'll listen to every single new episode. Lore, I'll listen to every single new episode because I'm a football fan and I really like the chemistry that these guys have around the NFL. I listen to pretty much constantly. And then a lot of them that I listen to are more serialized, where it's like a short run, like true crime podcasts and all that kind of stuff, where it's only going to be like 10 episodes or so. But yeah, Behind the Bastards is like the one where it's like, okay, this has been fun for the past couple of months. I need a break for a month or 2, and then we'll get back to these people. Like, I would be raging listening to that. Yeah. There are some people that are just, like, laughably bad. Where they do, like, terrible things, but they're also just, like, kind of dumb. And it's almost comical. And then there are some where it's just, like, heartbreaking. But it's really well done, really well researched. I miss Someone Knows Something. Ooh, I started getting into Someone Knows Something, and then for whatever reason, I think my life just got busy and I stopped listening to it, and then I never went back to it. I probably should. I used to listen to Stuff You Missed in History Class. Ah, yeah. And welcome to Night Vale, but I've fallen off. Yeah, I listen to a lot of podcasts when I'm, when I'm working out or out for walks or, doing household chores or something. That tends to be my, you don't think it's still ongoing, so I can complete it. Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. Let's try and get this hand right. Hands are very difficult. It's hard enough drawing them, let alone painting them. Such an intricate part of anatomy. And yet very, very important to get at least mostly right. Unless you're going for like a look where they're not right. In which case, go for what you know, Holmes. Okay, I kind of like that. I might get rid of that little part that's popping out. Can I make him holding a taco? That would be quite the statement, Trip. I'm pretty sure if I did that, people would be like, "Oh, what is this point? What is this? What does this painting represent?" And even I would have no idea. Say, I don't know. I don't have a clue. The statement is everyone wants tacos. Yes. Yes. Okay, so we've got just a couple more things to do with this particular person. That's mostly going to be just like... Yeah, I would be, Trip. I definitely would be. Alright. I have no idea how this is going to go. Thankfully, though, with paint, everything is fixable. So... we're not going to put all of this in. Or just draw one hand with 6 fingers. That's true, Al, I am. No, don't glitch the taco. We cannot fail to glitch the taco if we give the painting one, so we must refrain from taco painting. That is also true. That is sound logic. Okay. And almost as if he knows me too well, L called out exactly what it is that we're going to be doing. So here we go. Also, I can tell just by how this is going, because there's going to be another figure in here. We're not getting this painting done today. So I lied, everybody. I'm a damn dirty liar. I like your paintings and your theme. Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. It'll be interesting to see what's around the bend once this series is done. I feel bad for the taco and its lack of existence. Alright. So let's come in here. Make sure I didn't miss anybody in chat. I try to keep up with everybody in chat, but sometimes you miss people. You love how the roof turned out? Well, thank you. Thank you. Go to toxic hell and redeem the mental taco in your mind. Yeah. But thank you, Trip. It took me 3 passes to get the roof looking the way I wanted it to. And I might still touch up some parts of it before the painting's complete, but not too much. Alright. Unfortunately, I don't have a better camera setup, so this is going to be kind of a... I'll bring the camera in closer after. But I am going to be very careful and deliberate with this glitch. You know what? I haven't had Taco Bell in a very long time. In a very, very long time. Like, literal decades, actually, I would say. I didn't think I'd miss fast food so damn much. Yeah, we were, to be fair though, we weren't really a Taco Bell family. Because my mom would just make, excellent tacos herself. Just homemade. Like, we'd buy, like, store-bought taco shells and all that kind of stuff, but the meat and all that kind of stuff would just be homemade. She'd just make it herself. Which I preferred. Because just like with any fast food, like, you don't know if they're going to get your order right. Because there's a lot of stuff, like, that I don't particularly enjoy. Like, I'm not a huge fan of tomatoes. I hate sour cream, and why take that risk of having stuff in your taco that you ask not to be in there, but will be put in there anyway because, they get the order wrong, when you could just make tacos at home yourself and know that it's right. I never had Taco Bell because we never had it in Vancouver until like after college. Ah, fair enough, fair enough. I think I was 20 something before I even had Taco Bell. Yeah. I make tacos for our house too, but I love to have someone else make me tacos. Hey, Millie, welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, this is where this painting's going. Yes, this figure is having a bad time. But yes, welcome in, welcome in. Yes, I do hate sour cream, Trip. I'm not a big fan of like sour tastes. Like sour is fine, but I much prefer salty and sweet and bitter to sour. And like sour cream has never tasted good to me. Like it doesn't taste good, doesn't smell good. It's like why do I want to eat some cream that's not good? So yes, I am a sour cream hater. But yeah, once I'm done with this glitching, I will bring the camera in and show you all more close up what it is that we've done. We're almost to that point. We're almost there. The sci-fi nerd in my head looks like your character is jumping through a different reality. Interesting. That is an interesting take. I like it. Soul doesn't seem to enjoy condiments. You're right, Elle. I don't. Soul doesn't seem to enjoy life. You're right, Trip. I don't. No, I'm joking. I do enjoy life. I just don't enjoy condiments. The only condiments I like are hot sauce, barbecue sauce. I like hollandaise sauce. I do like, this isn't a condiment, but I like tomato sauce. I like sweet chili sauce. I don't like a lot of the vinegar-based sauces, basically, is what it is. Because I don't like vinegar. I hate vinegar. Can't stand it. Now, the nice thing is, because I've been accused of being a picky eater in the past, which is fine. But I would like to say that I'm a type 2 picky eater. In my experience, there are two types of picky eaters. There's the first type of picky eater, where the picky eater is like, "Ooh, I'm not gonna try that. I don't like that. I'm not gonna try that." Which, hey, you know, if that's how you want to conduct your life, that's fine. I'm a type 2 picky eater, where I will try everything once, with very few exceptions. There are a few things that I absolutely refuse to try. Like, what is it called? Balut? Which is that egg with, like, the duck still inside of it. Like, I'm never eating that. Never eating that. But everything that I say that I don't like, believe me, I've had at least once. And that's how I determined that I don't like it. It took just one bite of a pickle for me to decide that pickles are the worst abomination on the face of the planet. Food-wise. Pickles are... Oh, my God. Sour cream is not my fave either, but tomatoes are life for me. Yeah, like, I'm not a huge fan of tomatoes. Just not. He runs about in circles for funsies. Agreed, vinegar is bad. Yeah, I'm just not I don't have a taste. Oh, balut is yours too, Bill? Yeah, like that. No, thank you. No thanks. I don't need to try that. You love pickles? Hey, a lot of people love pickles, Trip. My girlfriend loves pickles. There's a lot of people. I understand. I am in the minority on that. Everybody loves pickles. My roommate is part Japanese and hates soy sauce and teriyaki. My heart is broken. See, teriyaki sauce and soy sauce are great. I also don't like pickles. I feel so seen right now. Bill, I had one... the taste was fine, but the visceral idea of it made me throw up afterwards. Yeah, I heard about the tomatoes. That's why I said it. It's not entirely random. Oh yeah, no, I know. I was just reaffirming that, yeah, like pickles, or tomatoes. Yeah, tomatoes are just, tomatoes are... If there are tomatoes in a dish, like, it's not going to break the dish for me, right? Like, I'll still eat it. They're just not my favorite. Whereas, like, a dish with, like, pickles in it, like, there's a lot of things, like, if I get a burger at a place and they put tomato on it, it's like, that's fine, I'll just take the tomato off. Like, it's no big deal. If they come to me with a burger with a pickle on it, I'm sending the burger back. Because it's like, that whole burger's now going to taste like pickle. I believe that relationships are more successful when they're between a pickle lover and a pickle hater. Here you have it. You know, I've heard that somewhere, Bill, and I think it's true. I think it's true. Yeah, my girlfriend loves pickles, and I'm just like, okay, I cannot relate. Pickles to me are a waste of a perfectly good cucumber. You could just have the cucumber. Also, this is I mean, we may not all come from means here. I certainly don't. But thankfully, and I hope that everybody watching is in this same position. And if you're not, I hope you eventually get to this position. But I think all of us have access to a fridge. And if you have access to a fridge, you don't need to preserve things in vinegar anymore. That's what fridges are for. You know, fridges will make your cucumbers not go bad so quick. Redry is a pickle hater too. I only like one type of pickle. Which one? Dill? Sweet and sour? I don't know what the different types of pickles are. I love cucumbers. Cucumbers are great. Cucumbers are great. Okay. Cucumbers are the watermelons of the vegetable family, and watermelons are the freezies of the fruit family. Whereas just like water and goodness. Water and just goodness, right? So I love cucumbers. Dill. Fair enough. During the zombie apocalypse, you'd need to eat pickles. No, during a zombie apocalypse trip, I'm just gonna die. I'm just gonna die. I have asthma. Like, I'm gonna run out of inhalers, and then I'm just gonna die. Like, it's fine. Sweet ones make you pukey. Ah, fair. Ah, Trip hates watermelon. Ah, okay, interesting. See, I love watermelon. There are a lot of, obviously, like, I don't have to espouse all the, harmful stereotypes there are out there for, black people. But the one stereotype that never made sense to me was the watermelon one. Because it's like, well, yeah, watermelon's delicious. I love watermelon. Yeah, like I got asthma, and thankfully, like it's pretty well controlled. But in a world where nobody's manufacturing inhalers anymore, and I can't get access to them because everyone's going to be hoarding them. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna die, and that's fine because I'm not sure I would want to live that kind of life anyway. Um, you know, whether you believe in any sort of afterlife or not, whatever comes after death is preferable to trying to survive with zombies around, even if there's nothing after death. Yeah, Millie, that's an old stereotype of like fried chicken and watermelon because they're cheap foods, and they're very prevalent in the South, where obviously there were a lot of slaves, and it sort of like grew over time, but you know it was kind of like seen as like very cheap food, sort of like chitlins and grits and all that kind of stuff. And it's one that's kind of pervaded to this day. But again, it's like fried chicken and watermelon are great, so it's not a bad watermelon is weird, real bad though. It's like a slap in the face when you get it. Yeah, mealy watermelon like isn't great. Like in season watermelon where it's like nice and crisp and like crunchy and juicy, like that's great. Yeah, out like bad watermelon though is pretty bad. I like fried chicken. That one also makes no sense. Yeah, again, it's like an older stereotype where again it's like cheaper food that you know the masters and all that wouldn't be caught dead. It's basically like a it's a lower class thing is what it is, you know. That's how it started, at least from what I remember learning. And grape soda. Yeah. I'd probably die within the first 24 hours. I mean, you'd probably be a zombie then. I think it'd be kind of cool to be a zombie in a way. I remember there was a time there when I was like in university where the world kind of got crazy for zombies and stuff in media. Like movies and video games and just everything was like zombie. I kind of got burnt out on them. There we go. Okay. It's actually because black women would sell fried chicken at train stations because it was one of the few things they could do from. Ah, okay, okay. Well, see, I could be wrong. I just remember reading that one of the main reasons was because it was perceived as like lower class food. You know? But hey, I am wrong very often, so. Okay, let me bring this in here and show you what this looks like. So I think that turned out pretty well, actually. There we go. Yeah, little did we realize that the real zombie apocalypse was The Walking Dead putting the nail in the coffin of zombie fiction. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's why it was considered lower class food. That's why they sold it. It was cheap and simple. Hey, thanks, Bill. Thanks, El. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess they didn't. They just didn't teach me the origins of why it was seen lower class. That makes sense. Thank you, El. Appreciate it. Appreciate you dropping that source in there. I also used to think that the whole living through the apocalypse thing had appeal. Now that I'm older, I've realized that I really, really like hot running water. True. And indoor plumbing, you know, and central air. Or at least some sort of air conditioning, you know? Yeah. What I might do is, because I think this might be a little bit, like, crooked, is I might have to go in there and, like, straighten up some of these lines just with some white paint, and sort of, like, straighten them back up, but that won't take too much to do. Yeah, I'm mostly happy with this. I might go back in here and cover up some of this, actually, because I don't think it needs to spread over that. But for the most part, I'm happy with how this turned out. Like fish and chips is lower class. Bill, I think the pandemic has shown us how much people need paper to wipe their asses. That was so silly to me. All those people. Because it happened here too, and I'm like, what are you all doing? Like, what? Okay. Whatever. Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna cover up some of this. That reminds me, I need to look for a new bidet. Fair. Fair. Hey, Zell, how are you? How are you? How was your first day at the new job? You want fancy Asian toilet with all the buttons? Also, yeah, Zell, this is what it was. This is what that was. Okay, I gotta wait for that to dry a little bit. That's fine though. Interesting? I hope that's interesting in a good way. Or at least a halfway decent way. You survived, you get a congrats. True. True. Now, once that's through, I'm gonna, what am I trying to say? I'm gonna try and straighten that up, like some of these ones, because it is a little off kilter, based on the framing of the painting, but that's okay. That is imminently fixable. I'm gonna see if it's crap or not, and then see if I'm interested in it. Well, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. That's not a bad way to do it. Okay. I'm going to take a quick break just to go to the bathroom. But I'll let y'all just see this, you know. A probation period goes both ways. That's true. That's true. I love how on this Fine Arts channel we talked about Taco Bell, zombies, toilet paper, and bidets. We talk about everything here. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, I'm just going to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll just leave this up, leave the music playing, and we'll see y'all in just a little bit. Oh, you got to head to bed, Millie? Well, I do appreciate you coming in, Millie. I really do. Glad that you came in. We had a few laughs. I'm glad that you also share my disdain for pickles and vinegar-based things. So, yeah, I hope you have a good night. And, yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow. And hopefully we'll see you around soon. But, yeah, thank you again for coming in. Yo! Shay's playing. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you for the raid. Hello, Angel is playing. Angel is playing. Thank you for the follow. I've been bedonked by Shay's raid. I like that. You're right, Millie Soul will not go to the bathroom just yet. But welcome in, everybody. Shay, how was your stream? How was your stream? Oh, thank you, Angel. I do appreciate that. Yes, hello, how are you? How are you? Let's give a quick shout out to Shay's playing. I found Shay through Redria, actually. You're playing some more Kirby. Nice. You adore the silhouette? Thank you. Let me bring you in closer. I gotta redo this side of it a bit. I just painted over it. But let me bring you all in. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Soul Commodore. I am a visual artist. I usually do live art streams on Twitch 3 days a week, and then twice a week I play games. Right now we're playing Super Mario RPG and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. But yeah, that's what we do here. Thank you, Shay. I appreciate it. Oh, you just beat the new Kirby game. Nice. So would you recommend that people get it? Would you recommend that people buy it? Reminds me a bit of the Twilight Princess shadow effect. I don't know what that is, but I will take it. I will take it. Thank you, Redria. Also, Redria, you're out of shape, but the run was great. That's good. That's good. That's the important thing. As long as the run was good. Thank you, Angel. I appreciate it. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I do here. We paint a little bit. We chat a little bit. We play games a little bit. You know, we just have some fun. So I will leave this up so y'all can like keep looking at it. I do have to just run to the bathroom real quick, but I will be right back. Yes, highly recommend if you're looking for a long game. It's probably not for you. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I like long games. I like short games. Got to work back up running more often, but we got daylight left when I get home now. Nice. Okay. Bathroom time. I'll see y'all in just a minute. All right, and we're back. You're literally at the store buying a new TV remote because your son lost it and there's no longer worth looking for. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Don't remember this in the parent handbook. Thank you, Elle. Thank you. All right. So we're going to go back up here and we're going to start trying to straighten out some of these things. So we're going to angle them a bit more this way. That's the plan here. Whether that plan will work or not, I don't know. But we're going to try it. At the very least. This isn't the question of the day, but I'm going to preface this question with a little bit of a... So, I was at the mall, mailing off some stuff, because the post office is in the mall that we have here in my... where I live. And I went down to the food court because I had to go pick something up. And it just transported me right back. Like the smell of that food court, the smell of the mall really just transported me back when I used to work in that mall at the Sport Check that was there. So I'm just curious, what smells like transport you guys back? Like to a specific time and place, like instantly. I think I remember reading somewhere when I was younger, who knows if it's true or not, but I think there's some merit to it, where smell is one of the strongest components of memory. Your remote broke? We haven't had a remote for months? Ah, no. That sucks. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. But it's your TV that only has Chromacast, so... Ah, fair. Fair. I made royal icing for the first time since my mom died for my dad's brownies, and it tasted it whipped me back into the past so hard it physically hurt. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. That's the thing about nostalgia, is like it's supposed to be like a painful kind of a happiness. That was like the original like definition of it. So I definitely feel where you're coming from there, Al. Also, I'm sorry to hear about your mom's passing. Even if it wasn't recent, it's still it's something that doesn't always go away. I know that firsthand. It's been ages, but like same to you. Thank you. One memory that I have that's very, very tied to smell. I've told this story before, but screw it, I'm telling it again. That's generally how I am with my stories. It's like, oh, you've heard this before? Well, feel free to stop listening. But my dad used to have this old Ford Tempo. It was a gray Ford Tempo. And it was a fine little car. I remember he was taking us to school one day, and the muffler fell off. That was right around the time that he started looking for another car. But anyway, that car had a very distinctive smell, and I could never put my finger on it. Like, I didn't know what the smell was. And I was very, very young. Like, I was like younger than 7, so I never thought to like ask him what the smell was. but it just had a very distinctive smell. It was a good smell. I quite enjoyed it. And for years, I would like kind of search for that smell. And there was a cassette tape that he always played in that car. It was a cassette of BB and CC Winans' first album. That was like, I think it was like an independent label. Anyway, he had that on cassette, and when you smelled that cassette, it smelled like the car, and it brought me right back to, you know, being right back in that Ford Tempo. You know, transporting right back. Like if I smelled it now, I would be right back in that car, right? And knowing how, like in the front seat, I was too young to sit in the front seat, but in the front seat there was a cigarette burn in the seat. You know, I don't know if if that was my parents that did that or the previous owner, whoever it was, but there was a cigarette burn. It was almost a perfect circle. That's when I learned that the inside of car seats were yellow because of the yellow foam. Anyway, it wasn't until years later that I moved in with my cousin when I moved up here in 2016. And I go down to her basement. And what do you know? She's got a bowl full of petals and everything that smell exactly like my dad's car. Turned out my dad had a potpourri air freshener. That's what he used in that car. I don't know why it never occurred to me, because I'm sure that I had smelled potpourri in the intervening years, but that was the first time it clicked. I was like, oh, it's potpourri. And then I tried for months to try and find potpourri air fresheners for my car. Could not find one. Could not find one anywhere. Not even online. But it's just as well now, because like my girlfriend doesn't particularly like the smell of potpourri, so, you know, I'm not going to fill my car with the smell that she doesn't like, so. But at least I know what it is now. It's interesting how much emotion taste and smell can carry. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Elle, I accidentally the right one. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know what type of potpourri it was, but it's definitely it was definitely the same one. Because it was like instant back in that car. There was an episode of MASH about a smell triggering a repressed memory. True. Was that the finale? Actually, that may not have been the finale. Because I know that Hawkeye has in the finale, the repressed memory about how the woman, he was telling the woman to shut up what he thought was a chicken. Like in the repressed memory, he thought it was a chicken. And the chicken was making noise, and he told the woman to shut it up because the making noise would draw attention to them, you know, and they would all be killed. So she killed her baby, because that's what it actually was. In Hawkeye's memory, it was a chicken, but in reality, the woman killed her baby to shut it up. War, everybody. Definitely worth it. Okay. I think I'm just about to stop tinkering with this figure now. Yeah, that chicken episode is haunting. Yeah. It's it's one of those moments where you're watching it and you forget that MASH is technically a sitcom. But it's like, you know. Let me, got paint all over my thumb. But that's alright, because I'm about to put paint all over my finger. There we go. Now let me wipe my hands off a little bit. Hey Soul, next time rain's in. Oh, speed paint. Now, are you deferring this speed paint to the next time that rain is in the chat? Ah. Yeah, that's cool. Cool. Yeah, let me know if you want me to, if that means like deferring it until rain is in the chat next time, because I feel like they would appreciate that. You'd like them to see it, right? All right, so I will defer that speed paint till the next time rain is in the chat. Cool. Cool. Okay, let me find this figure again. There it is. No problem. Thank you for redeeming it. All right, I'm going to give you one last look. Well, not one last look, because we're not going away yet. But give you a more updated look of this figure now. That's their VTuber, by the by. Ah, cool, cool. So it extends up into the sky a little bit more, the glitch. And yeah, I might have some more trails coming off the leg, maybe. Like the one that's on this arm here. But yeah, I'm liking how that turned out. Yeah, I'm a fan of that. Just adds a bit of surrealism to a scene that was kind of a... Well, I mean, you got storm clouds rolling in and everything. Now, our next endeavor is we're going to put a figure here kind of looking up at this happening. I was going to put them here on the roof, but I'm thinking it'll be better to have them on the opposite side of the roof looking up toward it. Which I have to figure out how to do that. So it's gonna take some figuring out. Oh, excuse me. Spoiler, we're not finishing this painting today. But hey, you know, that's alright. That's alright. We ain't got nothing but time. It's a little bit too textured for my liking though, so I am going to take a dry brush and kind of brush some of this thickness off. Because I don't want too much texture on here. Which may seem kind of silly, but like I've said before, I don't like a lot of texture in my own paintings. I love seeing texture in other people's paintings. Love seeing texture in other people's paintings. But not, for whatever reason, not a fan of it in my own. Yeah, like it depends. Like on a painting like this, where there's like realism mixed in with like surrealism, um, I don't want there to be a lot of texture. I want the painting to be fairly flat. It's just a personal preference thing for myself with my own works. If I'm doing a purely abstract piece, that can have as much texture as it can stand. Um, because I've done textured pieces before that are just purely abstract. Um, but for something like this, I like there to be a flatness to it. Um, I don't know why in particular, but yeah, this is just my little thing. I think part of it is when you see texture in. Thank you, Zell. When you see texture in an abstract piece, for me, and again, this is purely for my own work. Texture, I feel like kind of like brings you out of the painting a little bit because you realize, oh, it's just paint, right? Not that I think that this is like realistic enough that you'd think that it's a photo or anything. But I feel like seeing too much texture for this would kind of, for me personally, like it would bring me out of the painting. And it'd be like, oh, this is just a painted surface, you know? Whereas like the flatter it is for me, the easier it is to like get into the painting because it looks like a screen. It's flat. It's like, even if there's depth portrayed in it, there's nothing coming out from the canvas. That's like, it doesn't make the canvas like three-dimensional. I don't know if any of this makes any sense. But for me personally, it's easier to get drawn into this if you're not focusing on all the texture and ridges coming out of it, right? That's how I rationalize it anyway. But, yeah. It does? Okay, good. I'm glad someone understands what I'm saying. And if someone does, then that means that probably other people do too, so. I'm just impatient, and too much texture means it dries slower. True. There's that aspect as well. Most definitely. Yeah, and texture is like if you're trying to put something new on the piece, having a bit of texture there can like screw it up because you want like a nice like flat line or what have you, and then all of a sudden there's a ridge out of nowhere, and it's like, oh, there goes that straight line. I also don't dig wet into wet on watercolor for the same reason. That's also fair. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave it alone now because I'm just meddling with it now. So, right now, I'm going to quickly look up a reference for, I'll bring you all down here with me. I'm going to quickly look up and see if I can find a reference for someone like looking over the edge of a roof, because surprisingly, I don't have a picture of that. I don't have a picture of someone doing that. So, let's see what we can find. That's not what I want. That's not what I want at all. Let me get myself into more frame here. But how's everybody's day going? Prospects aren't looking too good. Let's try reaching up at something. The references are not being kind to me today. But that's okay. We'll find something. For reference of that, may I recommend searching Kirby was here. Looking over the roof. Your day is strange. Yeah. Literally waiting for water to boil. How was the Jorbness though? Freaking weird. Oh, Bill, did you mean Kilroy was here, where the dude's like looking over the fence? I mean, with everybody playing Kirby, I mean, Kirby was also here. But every time I see that Kilroy was here graffiti, it just reminds me of Mr. Roboto. I'm Kilroy. This isn't great, but it's a start. We can work from this. We weren't really going to get... That's okay, Bill. I was picking up what you were putting down. I understood you. I got what you were saying. I really, really don't like that it has become clear I can't support people. Yeah, what do you mean by that? Okay, let's Oh, I see what you mean. Like you can't lurk in people's streams. I got what you mean. Right, yeah, it was called Kilroy Was Here. It was a very interesting, strange concept album. that's not going to work. The job doesn't seem hard, and you don't deal with any customers. Ah. Well, that's a plus at the very least. Man, I gotta figure this out. I'm just on the computer and can't really tab people, really. Yeah, like, that's unfortunate, because I wish you had a little bit more freedom as far as that goes. Roommate's mad that dinner is late and it's eating snacks. What's on the menu tonight? It's probably why they need to hire so many people. That's fair enough. That could definitely be a contributing factor. No, that's not going to work. I thought maybe starting with the hand would be a preferable starting point, but nope. Nope. Alright, you know what? I think instead of trying to get this right, what we're going to do is we're going to take a tour around the painting, and then we're going to go raid somebody. Do a gesture on paper? Yeah, it's just going to take... What it is basically there aren't any good references for what I want for that part of the painting. So I just kind of have to, like, patchwork it together. Also, I'm not that good at gesture drawing. It's one of those things that I need to practice, so... But we'll get it. We'll get it next time. But that is our painting so far. Hey, Grey Cat, welcome in. How are you doing? But yeah, that's what we're looking at so far. Give one more up close look at our figure that's being torn apart. Frustrated soul, yeah, yeah. But it's all right. We'll get it together next time. we'll get exactly what I'm looking for next time. But yeah, Grey Cat, how's your day going? Or I guess nighttime. Or is it morning? I don't know. I don't think it's morning for you. It'd be like... Would it be after midnight for you? I don't know. I don't know how people's time zones are. But yeah, I hope you're having a good one, regardless. Okay, let's go find somebody to raid, shall we? Because it'd be about that time. Who we gonna raid? Let's look for traditional art. It should come as no surprise, but I dig this song. Ah, it's 2 a.m. for you. Okay. Fair. Thanks, Calico. I hope you have a good night too. Thank you for coming in. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, no problem, Elle. I'm glad y'all like watching me paint. It's been good, winding down now. Been lurking for a bit, but had to chime in that the painting looks great. Well, thank you. And no problem, Redria. Thank you for coming in. Let's see. Who is a good candidate here? What's this person? This person's doing pastels. Ooh, you know what? That looks cool. Yeah, okay. We found somebody. They're new. I don't know anything about them. But the name is Purple Cabbages 2, and right now they are doing figure drawing with pastel. Which pastel is very, very, very difficult. I always struggled with pastel when I was in school. So let's go say hello to a new person. Purple Cabbages 2. There we go. All right. Yeah, no problem, Bill. No problem. I hope you have a good night too. Thanks for coming in and contributing to the chill vibes. And thank you to all of you as well. Thank you to Shay's playing for the raid and Angel for the follow. I really do appreciate it. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. The next time we're together is going to be Wednesday. We're going to be playing Super Mario RPG at 6 p.m. Eastern. And then the following day on Thursday, we're going to be back here doing some more stuff on here. I'm going to figure out some stuff about this figure that's supposed to be here. We're going to be doing that on Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern. So hopefully we'll see you then. And if not, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. And yeah, let's go say hello to Purple Cabbages. Let's be our wonderful selves and make some new friends, shall we? All right. Take it easy, everybody. And yeah, have a good rest of your day, whatever time of day that might be.